This is your daily market review for Tuesday, March 14th, 2023. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well.
This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka The Trade Agent. This is your daily market review for Tuesday, March 14th, 2023. Let's get into it. A lot of FUD, a lot of noise, a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully people are being safe, trading around the positions, long, short, whatever you got to do to manage risk, to put money in your pocket, pay yourself, and just be aware. Volatility means up and down big, potentially. Now, market's rallying. Do you believe it? Do you trust it? Well, we'll see. We'll talk about what's going on, what to expect going forward. I think a lot of people just seem to lack experience with this kind of stuff. Again, I mean, it's really easy to say, all right, the market's going to bottom here, which, again, we picked the price at the bottom, but where it rallies to, where it trades around to, how the market reacts near term, that's where it gets difficult. What's driving things? It's obviously banking news, what's going on with central banks, the belief in the market that's trying to be portrayed that, hey, everything's always okay. And, again, they will lie to you till the very end. Just keep that in mind. And in that note, let's just try to jump into it and get through this as quick as possible, but also be thoughtful about what's coming up. Obviously, a lot of data tomorrow, retail sales, PPI, and then you have housing starts on Thursday, and a lot of data on Friday. Next week, you have the FOMC meeting. As of right now, the Fed Fund futures are showing what? It looks like it's still around, you still get 87% of a potential for a rate hike next week. As of right now, that's what it is. That's what you can expect. Last week, it was a 50 basis point, so it's coming down. We'll see if the markets need to do a little more fear-mongering to get them to pivot. Because, again, whether the market pivots or not, be aware. Pivot is not good. Pivot is a sign of massive weakness to come. Not, oh, this is the start of the bottom. If you have questions, hit me up on Twitter, trying to keep people up to date what's going on. If you're newer to trading, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And also, too, if you need to check out the link, the Back to Basics, all this stuff is great for learning. Again, it's a process. I mean, it's and this is the hardest part about trading, is you can have this great education, but if you don't have experience, it's really, really, really hard because, again, interpreting the stuff, seeing the market act as it is today, very confusing, getting people just to do dumb crap, both long and short, obviously. And it's easy to be early. It's, easy to get excited about what the market's doing. Bitcoin. Talked about this on the live review. If you haven't checked it out, please check out the live review. Talked about a lot of things today. Intraday. Said, you know what? Got to watch what happens. Long wick. Man, that does not look bullish, but we shall see. I mean, again, I've said this over and over, like gold, crypto stuff. I mean, stuff that I think is long term. You got to trade around it still. It's going to give you opportunities, or just don't be surprised. Have bullets, so if this stuff drops, you can fire away. Oil breaking the recent lows, but still holding the 70 area. Keep an eye on it. If it does, what's it signaling? The market and the economy are weaker than what is being presented. But the politicians would lie? Never, right? Come on. Watch the levels again. If oil spikes, that's dangerous too. I mean, oil is such a precarious spot here in the 70s because, again, it doesn't really tell you much. Nat gas, again, people would, hey, you should have gotten on natural. No, I really shouldn't. I don't care. I think it's going to chop around. It's going to play games. I'd rather honestly do 1,000 other things than to trade natural gas at this point. Let's get into it. Zadala. Make you holla. 2-day range, chopping. Watch what happens. Dollar up, dollar down. I personally think the dollar should go higher. If they're smart, they want to protect the dollar. Oh, it's going to cause recession, but you know what? You want funds flowing into the dollar to protect what? Its reserve currency status. Hit the 200-day. Held here, failed here. Now you're in the chop zone. Auto zone, right? You're in the chop zone, this 50-day to this channel low. It's really tough. Under the 20-day, again, personally, dollar volatility is all I'm watching. Bonds. Well, wait, they're going to pivot. Man, rates, volatility, that's what we talk about. Retest the highs. Obviously, rates went down. Then sold off today on the PPI. Near term, I have no clue. No clue. Now, biggest problem I have is with the credibility of central banks, government debt, because it's not acting well. People are taking out the insurance policies. right? People were like, oh, what does that mean? Yeah, people are actually a little concerned about the solvency of a lot of these central banks and federal government. Interesting. Again, because you would think people would be buying bonds, right? No, they're not buying them. They need to print money and they need to sell bonds, but if nobody's buying, dangerous. The VIX. Wow. Long wick. Again, could it come back down to the 100-day? Man, look at this. Just choppy action. I mean, people are like, oh, the market's gotta go hard. It's like, come on. What planet have you lived on? Like, VIX is one of those things. Now, again, it's VIX termination, OPEX. I imagine everyone and their mom bought puts, and everyone and their mom is buying calls the next 2 days. We'll see how that plays out. Because, again, if the market is up for the early part, it's probably going to be down. SPY, nice little rally. Took out highs from yesterday. Got to the 200-day cross. Keep an eye on it. I don't think it's going to sustain. 20 days now curling down. This is the thing about downtrends. They don't go down always in a straight line. We're below the December lows, right? No, sorry, not on the not on the SPY, but on some of the other indexes. But looks like a rolling M top. Again, I don't see things getting better, but we'll see. Watch 380. Watch this area up here. This box right here. Box and one. Defense. I think it's going to have a struggle getting through there. And if it goes higher and you start getting real excited, don't be surprised if it's just a damn wick. It comes right back. QQQ. 20-day held down here, rallying back. All right, keep an eye on it. I mean, do you trust this stuff? I don't. I mean, I think tech's about to hit the crapper again. Tech loves to chop before it flops, right? That's what it's going to do, chop. Man, now everyone's saying, oh, make it higher, higher. It's like, do you really think things are figured out? All right, well, even if they're not, I mean, the point being is like, what percentage of layoffs ultimately show you that the businesses are slowing? Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, Meta, whatever, Guggenheim, Amazon. I mean, it's just like endless. These companies got problems. So, you tell me. You tell me what's next. 20-day, watch it out. Long week. Oh, but it closed over it. Okay, well, I'd probably watch 298. That's what I would do. The IWM. Now what? Oh, man, this thing has been leading down. Look, capped up today. Not acting that well. Below. This area would open the floodgate for weakness. DIA. Now, this one has gotten below the December lows. Yikes. Hits the 200-day. Chopping around. A lot of these names. Tough to know. Gold. Tried to warn people. Please don't chase this stuff. 2-day range. Now you can go with or go without. Personally, I have no desire to really trade gold. People are like, oh, but you're a gold person. We bought down here. We sold on the pops. Got dust. Again, it's like, what's the easiest trade? To me, it's shorting tech. And if you don't think so, and you think the market's ripping to new 50 all-time highs and tech is ripping, fine. Could I be wrong? Potentially. It doesn't make sense, honestly, but it is what it is. Silver. Same thing. Does he really trust this action? I mean, I don't. Again, I hate when gold and silver bulls are bullish exuberantly off the lows. I like it when they're like, they don't believe the bottom is in. That's the kind of stuff I really enjoy seeing for a bottom. Just like we saw previously with gold back in whatever that was, October, November. GDX said, watch out, closed all my dust. You know, again, could I hold it? I think you could, but I personally think there's just better trades. Nice gap with volume. I probably watch somewhere around 29.30. Said that. That's the reason why I covered dust or got rid of it. Again, do I want to go long it? No, I don't. But someone's going to interpret something and go, well, you said you're wrong, or say you said do this. Yeah, again, it's not like I didn't make money. I didn't add dust at 16. We bought it in the 10-11 range. Stopped out. Took half off at 16. Cool. GDXJ holding up. Again, could this be a professional gap, or is this the start of the miners' slaughter at some point? Keep in mind, if you don't know the history of the miners, market goes, nothing's safe, y'all. You know, I guess this came out till you have to look at the GDX. Give me 2 seconds. Pull up the GDX monthly. I mean, this is the thing. It's just they throw the baby out with the bathwater. I say that constantly, but people don't really understand it. 2008, yeah. Then it rallied. Okay. But then it also based out. So look at this area. It's the show me the effing money zone. I mean, I don't think we're going to rip through 30s. We'll see. We shall see. AG. Hey, congratulations. This thing got absolutely... Come on, where's my mouse? Get out of there. Meow. AG, what up, dog? Here you go. Bounces, we talked about hitting levels. I still personally think there's a monthly trend line around 5. Dead cat bounce. Dead cat bounce. Watch what happens when it gets what? Up into the 6-7 range up in here. Let's get in. Stale up in here. Yeah, I mean, could it maybe get into the 7-8? Cool. I mean, again, if you want to trade this stuff, that's your cup of tea, then fine. But please don't reach out and point out to me like, oh, this is going down and this is oil. Focus on your own stuff. You're not trying to outsmart me. You're trying to outsmart the market, okay? Just, I don't know. I get so many people just chat. Hey, what's this? And I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? Do you think what you're telling me really matters about your trading? No. Do you, boo. AEM, chopping, 100, 200-day, 20-day cross. Newmont gets a big upgrade today. All right, we'll see what happens here. Massive old little trendy line, 20 days. See what happens here. PAAS. Again, I could see all the stuff going higher, and then as soon as it does, I could see it going lower. You know what I mean? I don't want to short the lows, but I also don't really have like this passion about what the next move is going to be because I've seen it go both ways. AM Dizzle, it's getting a tecker. Pops, people are like, ooh, look at this for a short. I'm like, I can feel you on that one. I mean, is this a lower high? I mean, it's just chopping up. Chop, flop, zop, zone. I don't know. NVIDIA. Trying to test the 240s plus. I mean, epic chop top. Just like you get some chop bottoms. We'll see what happens here. I mean, it makes sense to me. Taiwan semi flopped pretty hard after that Russia headline. Bounced back again. Watching the 20-day, 50-day cross here. Semis trying to do it. Is this another lower high? We'll see. Keep an eye on it. Adobe been acting pretty poo. Making a lower high, higher low. I don't know. Dead money. Apple. Gift at 153 as we said today. Yeah, I mean, could it get up to 154? That would be even a better gift. But again, I mean, if the market does what I think it's going to do, are you going to be mad about $1 difference? Probably not. It's kind of like shorting FAS. Short FAS at 90, 91. Gets down into the low 50s. Oh God, I didn't short it. Well, that's the problem. You try to be perfect. Amazon, this thing has been just lower high chopping or higher. Lower low chopping. This action is just ugly. CRM rallies back. Cool story. Gaps up. Watch this 183 area. Guggenheim. Everybody loves it. I'm like, you guys don't know what the hell's going on, but that's fine. Guggenheim. Try to get over. It's got to get over the mid-90s. If it can't, look out. Hasta luego. Meta. Why don't they just cut their way to the whole top? Nice little pop today. Interesting close. I don't really trust it, but again, you're into the next zone. I think it'll probably fail up here at some point. People are saying 250. I love when people move their targets. Love when people move their targets. It's like, this is a bull market, right? And it's going to 250. Get the fuck out of here with that. Come on, man. 1, 2, 3 big gaps. We'll see what happens here. That's a big gap. Looks more like an M top. Kind of looks like this action, right? Lower high M top. Retest M top. Higher high M top. You see the repeating pattern? Does it, I thought it might be there, but guess what? Sometimes you're wrong. You've traded around this. You're not really like complaining that hard. I mean, I was actually cheerleading it up today. I'm like, please, I'd love to short more of this piece of crap. Microsoft at the box, trying to fill the gap. Maybe gets that 0.618. We'll see. I mean, it likes lower dollar. I mean, ultimately, again, tough to believe in these mega caps. NDAQ been an absolute dogging real hard. All right, what happens next? Again, we talked about the NASDAQ, the future of NASDAQ as a index, as an exchange. It's showing you ain't nobody gonna be trading that junk later. And it's MicroStrategy, man, this thing had a big daily range. Pops up to the 50-day, pulls back. I mean, the first bounce in it, and it's like, uh-oh. Keep an eye on it. If it gets back under the 100-day, 220, that might be a flop. Netflix, dead money. Dead money. Left, right, not left, right, but like a little pivot point, maybe, but you've seen this before, 2 days, and then Roblox, gapped up, filled the gap. Watch that 43. That might be a short. Again, I don't short them, but Tesla, as he talked about taking profits, look at this nice little bounce, 8-day, 10-day cross up here, top of the range. Could it get a little higher? I mean, naturally, everything can have a wick. Game over candle. Now you bounce a little bit. Okay, we'll see if it lasts. Materials. Raging higher. No. Letter X opens high, closes low. Nucor. Same kind of thing. Bounces. Oversold, bounce. Doesn't look that strong. Caterpillar should be up 10 points today, right? Materials not looking that strong. VALE, that should be a ripper, right? No, it's just making lower lows and lower highs. XDiv today, 35 cents. Not a bad little not a bad little divvy today. Arrow, we'll see. Holding the 50-20 day. Keep it simple. CCJ. All right, 100, 200 day cross. Again, if you short at 29, don't be surprised when you bounce a little bit. I mean, it's like doop, doop, doop. It's just take the stairs down. CF up today, right? Flat gets down. My alarm went off. Still not buying it because I don't trust the market. Mosaic, I like these names long term though. Come on down. Come on back into the 40s. NTR. Oh, hey, you're up 2 points today. That's cool. Whoa. That's a long ass wick. Not so hot. AA Aeron. Talk about, hey, everything's great. I mean, again, these materials names tend to lead. I mean, you're seeing with oil and some of this stuff, it just doesn't really look that good. Banks, right? Banks should be up huge today. Nice green. Opens high, closes right at yesterday's close. Things are all great in the world, right? That's what they're going to tell you. Maybe it needs 1 or 2 more days. I'm not too concerned about it. Give myself time. JP Morgan, watch that 135 level chopping. Could it get the 50-20 day cross? I mean, that's got to be in the back of your mind. 138. Morgan Stanley trying to make these faster, talk faster. Here you go. Hit the 200 bounces. Again, they just did not trust these bounces. XBI should be up $4, right? Up $1. Gaps up. Flops, chops, whatever. Solar. What you got here, Solar? Nothing. Up. Hits again. This is like the Cat 5 fiber optic wire of resistance. Not getting over. Doesn't look like it. Sedge. Oh, this is such a strong stock. I'm like, man, what are people smoking here? Hits the 50-day again. Doink. Could these all bounce and trap even more? Maybe. Always potential. Sedge. Look at that wick. Gets up into 332. Brrrt. Things that just, and again, with higher volume. Keep an eye on that one. That's a little sneaky there. First Solar should be up 10 points, right? Again, maybe it needs to M out. I don't know. It just feels like a rolling top after a novice gap big trap. Keep an eye. We'll end it with the oil and the nat gas names, right? Oil should be up. Better hold. UNG. God, I don't even know why I talk about it. Just dead money. Let it go. XOP. We talked about the mid to low 120s. Gotta hold. Another doji day. We'll see. ExxonMobil, right? Should be flying off the shelves. Nope. Hits 109. Doink. Bounces back. Again, looks like it was getting distributed. It's just not all at once. Occidental. It's an Occident. Chopping. Back test or hits this trend line. Bounces 20-day. Again, all this stuff just looks very suspect. PX Dizzle. Sorry, friend. It's under 200. We'll see. You better hold. Keep an eye on it because, again, this stuff breaks. Goodbye. What about our favorite EQT? Let me guess. They're doing amazing. Just chopping. Chopping near the range of lows. We'll end it on Flex LNG and a little rant. Yeah, we talked about it hitting 35 plus and failing. All this stuff, to me, just, I wish I could tell you tomorrow the market absolutely unwinds or tomorrow is the day to reshort all in. It doesn't work like that, y'all. You have to layer in. You have to layer out. The market, again, shorting is not an all the time kind of thing. Remember, it's a trader's market. I still think we're going to be going lower. The stuff that I'm seeing within the credit markets is scaring the absolute crap out of me, but I still remember the same feeling many years ago, and I've seen it in China and other times. It doesn't roll out until the market rolls on it, meaning, hey, market's going to do what it's going to do. It's going to try to get you to believe that everything is good. Is it? We'll see. Keep an eye on it. Reach out. If you have any questions, please do the right thing, but I'm going to rant real quick to the people in Discord. Please do your homework. Do your homework. Watch the recaps. Ask questions. If you're involved and you're asking questions and the answer is literally 5 comments above, I just have no time for that. And it's starting to piss off a lot of people, not only me, because they're like, wow, you are involved in this room and you're asking questions like you don't care. You're just going to ask them because it's your room and you feel like you need to litter the room with tons of questions. Well, guess what? I've asked the moderators to do what they must to boot people, put people on timeout, because I just don't have time to answer every single question. The people that know should know. And if you're involved, you're involved. And if you're not involved, say you're not. Let me downgrade your role so other people know that, because it really drives me, I don't know, crazy. It's just annoying. If you're not doing your homework, you're not spending the time on this. I spend hours every day to produce this video, to do all this stuff, to keep in touch with everybody. And people then are going to come into the room and spend zero time trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Don't have time for that. I'm trying to have assets in the room, people that actually are bringing something to the table. Oh, you're going to get mad by me asking you to be better, do better things, try to get involved? Okay, well, guess what? You can follow generally like everyone else, because that's the kind of effort you're giving. Guess what? Give same effort everyone else is. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to talk junk. I'm not trying to attack anyone personally. It's not personal. It's how I'd like the room to be run. So if you take it personal, I apologize. That's just, again, start your own room. I'll follow. I'll pay attention to it. I'll help you out, whatever you need. But again, in my rooms and what I would like to do, I want people who are involved. I want people to post stuff that's relevant. I don't want a ton of junk everywhere all the time. Or, hey, I'm asking a question, literally answers. Just scroll up. Spend 30 seconds scrolling up. Watch the recaps. I don't know. Again, if you're newer, I understand there's a lot to learn. But the folks that have been around, oh, well, hey, I've done this and I've done that. I've been involved. Consistency. Again, you're only as good as your last trade. Well, guess what? I'm going to judge you on all the things that you're doing in the now. And if you can't do things, and you didn't say so, but just don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, because your effort to understand is not what it needs to be. And personally, again, that's what trading's all about. The student of the game always has the advantage. They're not guaranteed to win, but they're guaranteed to know what the hell is going on and expect things. I sense a lot of frustration in people not trading around their positions. I sense a lot of like, oh, well, tech should have done this and this. It's like, that's why we had other trades as well. But again, I can be patient. How long did it take for the XLF trade to set up? I don't hear anybody complaining about XLF. Chop, top, higher, high, fail, 20-day, kapow. Financials lead the market. You tell me where this ends. That's where I'm going to end it. Peace.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.